What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious tempeh burger with some barbecue sauce, some slaw and some other little tasty additions. If you haven't subscribed to my channel now, take a moment, go down to that red button, give it a click and that'll give you access to all of my videos in the future. Anyway, here's what's coming up. If you don't know me by this stage, my name's Dan, this is Vegan Food at Home. I aim to bring you quick and easy dishes that you can master in your own home. Today we're going to be making a delicious barbecue tempeh burger. We're going to be making it with a mayonnaise and mustard slaw on the base. We've got some mushrooms and onions in there as well, and this is going to be really delicious. So let's get straight into it. I've already cut my tempeh up here, you can see. Two different types of tempeh going on, and what I'm going to do is make a barbecue sauce as well to go with that. So firstly we're going to start with some tomato ketchup. Now you can use any brand that you like. I'm going to place in 2 tablespoons, or maybe 2 heaped tablespoons it turns out. Let's go 2 heaped of tomato ketchup. I've placed in a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar as well. We've also got here some smoked paprika, so I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. And finally, I'm going to place in 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar. Perfect. I've got a completely optional item here, it's liquid smoke. If you don't have it, just leave it out. You will get smokiness from the smoked paprika, but if you do have liquid smoke, add in just a few drops of that. It's quite strong stuff, so you don't need a lot. Grab yourself a spatula and just mix those around. It's nice to use the rubber spatula because you can clean the edges. You can really mix that quite well. Oh yeah, it smells good. We're going to use this as a marinade and brush it onto our tempeh when it's cooking, so I'll leave that to one side. Next, grab yourself a glass bowl and we're going to make the slaw. Some white cabbage here. We're just going to slice that, and what you want from that is just cut little strands like this, so make sure you cut it in the right angle, just like so. So I've placed those into my bowl. Also what I'm going to do is take a large carrot, peel off the skin, those sides, and then I'm going to take my peeler again. I'm going to peel nice ribbons of carrot off just like this. So you want them to be thick enough so they kind of hold and have a bite, but you want them to be flexible enough so they have a bit of a wave like that. So just don't go so quickly, start at the top, work your way down, and that's what you're going for. So keep on going, just take as many ribbons as you're going to need. Okay, so once you have your carrot, place that into the bowl. We've also got here a stick of celery. So with the celery, I'm just going to chop it into thirds like this, and then I'm just going to take slices. They can go into your bowl, and just slice the rest. It does help if you have a nice sharp knife. So I've got some mayonnaise. I'm going to scoop in a couple of spoons of mayonnaise into there. With the mayonnaise, put a little bit too much in. It will help to keep the burger quite saucy. Also, we're going to place in just a couple of teaspoons of mustard. Here I've got some American mustard. Grab yourself a spoon and just start to work those sauces into your slaw. Grab yourself just a touch of salt, just a little bit, just to season. Place in some pepper as well, and just a squeeze of lemon as well. Now as you're making this, just have a little taste. If you think it's not enough mayo, not enough lemon, just add to it, just go by your taste. It's a very simple little slaw though. One final thing you don't have to add, I'm gonna go for a teaspoon of cider vinegar. This is just gonna help the lemon on its way to making this nice and sour. Remember, you're gonna have a lot of sweetness coming from the barbecue sauce that you're placing onto the tempeh. So by giving a nice tangy but fresh slaw in the base of the burger, you're really gonna complement those flavors together. Okay, this slaw is finished. I'm gonna place this to one side. Earlier on, I chopped up and chipped some sweet potato. I haven't soaked them, I haven't done anything. I added a couple tablespoons of some oil. I've got some rapeseed oil here. A nice generous amount of rosemary. We've also got some pepper. I haven't placed any salt into this just yet. I didn't want to over salt the food. I think I might just place the salt in afterwards, and that will just allow these to crisp up once they come out of the oven, if that makes sense. So no salt at this stage. I'm going to place these into the oven at 220 degrees Celsius, fan oven, for about 30 minutes. And the next time you'll see these, will be out the oven looking crispy, looking delicious, and obviously I'm going to serve these on the side of the burger. So now I'm going to place a pan onto the heat. I'm going to get it nice and warm, and then I'm going to start frying up those pieces of tempeh and adding that delicious barbecue sauce. Just want you to place those pieces of tempeh into your bowl. Just give them a bit of a toss around and just get that sauce into as much of the tempeh as possible. If you want to use a brush here, you can, and just be messy with it. Get it all in and amongst. Okay, so oil into the pan, make sure it's nice and hot, and then you can just throw in your tempeh, just like so. Great, we'll leave those to cook for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll check on them and flip them over. What I'm going to do now is prepare the burgers. I've got myself 2 burger buns here. I'm going to grab my slaw. And I'm going to just place as much slaw on as will fit. So I've got pretty big burger buns here. I'll probably be able to fit quite a lot. I've just thrown into a pan some mushrooms and some onion rings as well. I'm going to fry those up to top on the burger. I've also made up a delicious dipping sauce for the sweet potato fries. This is something that I make all the time. It's really easy to make. 4 parts mayonnaise, 2 parts American mustard. We've got some smoked paprika in there, about a tablespoon, and a dash of the liquid smoke as well. So it just makes a nice smoky mayo, nice colour to it as well. Okay, so we're going to flip these over. Okay, so the mushrooms and the onions are done. So what I'm going to do is place 1 mushroom onto each burger, and the onions, I'm going to place those onto the top. So now it's time for the tempeh. These are looking delicious. Big pieces here. I'm going to place those on first. We're going to take some of those delicious onions and just place those on. And just onto the top of this bun, just going to place a tiny, just in a little ring, tiny bit of mustard as well. And then finally we're going to just stab that with some sticks as well. Okay, so my fries are finished. I've just placed them into a towel just to drain off any excess oil, and these look delicious. Thanks for joining me on the video today. We just sat in the sun and ate our delicious burger and fries. This is a really simple recipe with limited ingredients. You can go to town and add your cheese slices, your tomato slices, and that sort of thing. And you can really play around with the recipe if you like. If you wanted to go down the gluten-free route, perhaps cut a little bit more slaw, add some kale, add some spinach, some lettuce. And if tempeh isn't your go-to protein, you can use anything you like. Tofu, your favorite soy protein, anything. You can still use that easy 4-ingredient barbecue sauce recipe, slather it on, and make an enjoyable meal. If you have any questions, please leave those down in the comments. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. See you later.